Deep within a forest untouched by time, sunlight dripped like liquid gold. Ancient trees, gnarled and wise, whispered secrets to the wind. Their leaves, emerald and jade, danced in the gentle breeze. A hidden spring, clear as crystal, gurgled secrets only the forest knew. This was Eden's Echo, a sanctuary veiled from the world. Here, beneath the watchful gaze of ancient oaks, lived a sisterhood of women. Their lives, woven into the fabric of the forest, resonated with the rhythm of nature. They spoke the language of whispers and dreams, their laughter echoing through the silent woods. Generations had passed since their ancestors sought refuge in this enchanted haven. They had built their homes, not of stone or wood, but of living vines and verdant moss.
The night sky, a velvet canvas studded with diamonds, pulsed with an eerie glow. A streak of fire, a falling star, blazed across the heavens. It plummeted towards the heart of the forest, trailing a trail of cosmic dust and ancient magic. The women of Eden's Echo watched, their faces a mixture of awe and apprehension. Disoriented, Ethan found himself lying in a bed of soft moss, the scent of pine needles heavy in the air. Above him, leaves formed a canopy, filtering the sunlight into dappled patterns. He remembered the roar of the engine, the blinding light, then nothing. He sat up, his head spinning. Panic welled up, a primal fear of the unknown. Where was he? How did he get here? He called out, his voice a hoarse whisper in the stillness of the forest. Only silence answered him. He stumbled to his feet, his legs shaky. Trees, ancient and immense, surrounded him. He was lost, alone, in a place that felt both familiar and profoundly alien. He stumbled through the undergrowth, his clothes torn, his body weary. Just when his hope began to dwindle, he saw her.
She stood at the edge of a clearing, her silhouette framed by the setting sun. Her long hair, the color of spun gold, cascaded down her back. She wore a simple gown of woven leaves, her bare feet planted firmly on the earth. She turned, her eyes, the color of jade, widening in surprise. He stared, his breath caught in his throat. She was unlike anyone he had ever seen, her beauty both ethereal and fierce. He tried to speak, but words failed him. Who was she? Where was he? She tilted her head, her gaze curious, unafraid. He took a step forward, his hand outstretched in a gesture of peace. She didn't flinch. Slowly she approached him, her movements fluid and graceful. He felt a strange sense of calm wash over him, a feeling that he was exactly where he was supposed to be. She spoke, her voice a melody in a language he didn't understand.
He learned their ways slowly, his days a tapestry of new experiences. He watched, listened, and learned.
He learned the language of the forest, the whispers of the wind, the rustling of leaves. He learned the language of silence, the unspoken communication that flowed between the women of Eden's Echo. They taught him their customs, their respect for the earth, their deep connection to the natural world. He learned to forage for food, to identify edible plants, to find his way through the dense undergrowth. He discovered a strength he never knew he possessed, a resilience born of necessity. He learned their names, each one as unique and beautiful as the women who bore them. There was Lyra, the wise elder, her eyes reflecting a lifetime spent in the embrace of the forest. There was Willow, her laughter as bright as the sunlight that filtered through the leaves. And then there was Elara, her gaze as steady and unwavering as the North Star. He found himself drawn to Elara, her quiet strength a magnet to his soul.
Love bloomed in the heart of the ancient forest, a delicate flower pushing through the undergrowth. It was a love born of shared experiences, of laughter echoing through the trees, of silent understanding that transcended words.
He told her of his world, a world of bustling cities and technological marvels, a world so different from her own.
Ethan found solace in Elara's presence, her quiet strength a balm to his troubled soul. He spoke of concrete jungles and neon lights, of the cacophony of city life, the constant hum of progress. S2. She listened, her eyes wide with wonder, her heart aching for a life she could only imagine.
She, in turn, shared the stories of her people, tales whispered through generations, of ancient magic and the enduring power of nature. She spoke of the rhythm of the forest, the cycle of life and death, the interconnectedness of all living things.
He listened, captivated, his heart resonating with the truth of her words. Their love story became a legend whispered on the wind. It was a love that defied logic, that transcended the boundaries of time and space.
Ethan, a man out of time, found solace and acceptance in the embrace of a world untouched by the modern world.
He became a bridge between two worlds, sharing his knowledge of technology and innovation with the women of Eden's Echo. He taught them about medicine, about engineering, about the wonders of the world beyond their forest.
He showed them how to harness the power of the sun, the wind, and the earth to improve their lives.
Yet he never forgot the lessons they taught him. He learned the importance of balance, of respecting the delicate equilibrium of nature. He learned that true progress wasn't about conquering the natural world, but about living in harmony with it.
He became a guardian of their secret, a protector of their way of life.
He vowed to keep their existence hidden from the outside world, knowing that their sanctuary was a fragile treasure, easily shattered by greed and ignorance. Years painted the leaves with hues of gold and crimson. Ethan, his hair streaked with silver, his eyes reflecting the wisdom of the forest, had found his place in this timeless realm.
He embraced the rhythm of the forest, the slow, steady pulse of life that echoed in his own heart.
He watched as a new generation blossomed in Eden's Echo, their laughter a testament to the enduring power of love and hope. He shared his stories, his knowledge, his love for both his worlds with these children of the forest.
He never forgot his own world, the world he left behind.
But he knew that his destiny lay here, in this haven of peace and ancient magic. The story of Ethan and Alara became a beacon of hope, a testament to the boundless nature of love.
It was a love that transcended cultural barriers, that bridged the chasm between the modern world and a timeless haven.
Their story was woven into the very fabric of Eden's Echo, whispered on the wind, etched into the bark of ancient trees.
It was a love that taught acceptance, that celebrated differences, that found strength in unity.
Ethan, with his knowledge of the outside world, and Alara, with her deep connection to nature, complemented each other, their strengths intertwining like the roots of the ancient trees that sheltered them.
Their love was a reminder that true connection knows no bounds, that the human heart has an infinite capacity to love and be loved.
It was a love that inspired generations, a love that whispered of hope and possibility. Yet, even in this idyllic sanctuary, shadows of doubt occasionally flickered.
The world beyond the protective embrace of the forest was ever present in their thoughts.
News, carried by the whispers of the wind, spoke of a world grappling with change, with progress often coming at a cost.
Ethan, haunted by memories of his former life, worried for the fate of Eden's Echo.
The outside world, with its insatiable hunger for resources, posed a constant threat to their secluded existence.
He knew that their sanctuary could not remain hidden forever.
She listened, her brow furrowed, her heart mirroring his unease.
They stood hand in hand, Ethan and Alara, their silhouettes framed by the setting sun.
The forest, their sanctuary, whispered around them, a symphony of rustling leaves and chirping insects.
They had reached a decision, their hearts heavy but resolute.
They would share their secret with the world, but not as supplicants, not as refugees seeking shelter.
They would offer their wisdom, their knowledge of balance, their deep understanding of the interconnectedness of all things.
They would become ambassadors of a forgotten way of life that honored the earth and celebrated the enduring power of nature.
As the last rays of sunlight faded, painting the sky in hues of lavender and gold, they embraced, their love a beacon of hope in a world yearning for connection.
They were guardians of a legacy, protectors of a timeless truth, that love in its purest form had the power to heal, to unite, and to ensure the survival of not just a hidden sanctuary, but of the human spirit itself.